Hello Libra, this is going to be your monthly tarot reading for January 2021. I'm doing a new spread this month. I'm going to be doing 4 cards, one for each week of January, and then I'll be putting 3 cards down underneath. The first card is the beginning of the week, the second card is the middle week, and the third card is the end week. Then I'm going to top it all off with the Oracle card from the Flower of Life Oracle. Let's go ahead and get started. Universe, what does Libra need to know? January 2021. Universe, what does Libra need to know? Top of the deck for clarification if necessary. Here we go. We get the Hermit meditation, the All embrace, the Emperor structure, and the Five of Swords conflict. Okay, for the first week we get the Five of Wands struggle, the Star faith, the Two of Discs change. The second week we get Queen of Discs supportive, the Eight of Discs diligence, there's that financial flow, and the Four of Swords respite. For the third week we get the Prince of Wands visionary, the Nine of Discs growth, and the Princess of Cups dreamy. And the last week we have the Seven of Swords crisis to go with this conflict, the Tower revelation, and the Princess of Swords creative. Okay, now Libra, just about every reading that I've done for this month, this last week of January seems to be very worldwide, society-wide energy. So I wouldn't look too much as in something that you can avoid or like really plan around. You know, this is like a consciousness shift is what I'm getting. I'm telling you, Libra, because I think you would understand in that balance here. Okay, let's just start with the first week. All right, the first week, the overall energy is the Hermit. Meditation, giving yourself time to think about things and process things. So either you've received information or you're waiting on information and inspiration to come through you, or you have gotten that inspiration. This is relating to overall energy of this inspiration and idealism and what you need to be doing. So the first part of the week is going to be the Five of Wands struggle. This usually has to do with family, close personal unit, where your part is the part that you play in this is just as important as every other part that other people play in this in your close unit. So everyone has responsibilities, and you may be feeling you have a lot more responsibility in this time, just because you do have a lot of choice and a lot of voice in this, you know. Midweek, we get the Star, faith. So the Star is about dreams coming true. This is having faith and sticking through that situation. And then at the end of the week, we get the Two of Discs, change. And the only thing in life that is constant is change, and this we know. So you have started to pull out of this mindset of not being able to put enough in to give it the strong support that you're wanting, and, you know, the family not having everything that you need, or friends or your close unit not having what you need, or feeling like it's stressful to make sure that you have what you need. You know, that kind of lack feeling here. Then midweek, we get the Star. Your wishes come true. That information is here. Now you have faith. You've kept the faith, and now it's time to see that change. By the end of the week, this wish you've been working on and what you have been idealizing for your family structure, what you've been meditating on creating here to overcome this obstacle in the family unit, the change is coming this week on the first week of January. So all the thought process that you've been putting into this, all this planning that you've been doing with it, you're finally able to make this a reality for yourself this week. The change is right there. So the second week of January, the overall energy is the all, embrace. We are all part of the all. The all is part of us. We're ever flowing and ever merging with one another in this consciousness shift that we've been feeling happening, and the consciousness shift within yourself. Um, and I'm getting a lot of emotion, even though I'm not picking up many swords here. I am getting just, embracing a new emotion set for yourself with this change. So you're embracing this new reality for yourself, that it can be everything that you want it to be, and then you go into the process of planning that and putting that active into your life here. So the first part of the week is the Queen of Discs, supported. This is a woman who, or man, but this is definitely a person who knows their value and knows the value of money and how to invest and how to spread it around to where it's like a long-term growth and for the betterment of everyone that's involved. So you're going to start planning about that and stepping into that energy set of being able to provide what you weren't able here at the beginning of this week. By midweek, you're going to see where you have put your energies, and you're going to see the growth and security that's coming from it, what you had desired to grow from it. It is coming through. This is diligence. Now you need to stay fast on it and make sure that you have filled out all the paperwork that you need to do, or all the bills are caught up, and you're sitting here knowing that all this is handled, and it's allowing you to have this breathing moment, this freeing moment. And with this freeing moment here at the end of the week, it is the Four of Swords, respite. This is going inwards. Don't hang here too long about an emotion. So let's see what this is about. Here's the emotion. So Libra, you have balance. When you go to an extreme on one balance, you tend to feel the other side of the scale as well, just as equally. So just keep that in mind. That don't over exert your enthusiasm and your fire, and then kind of pay for it later with a down period, like flooding your brain with dopamine or serotonin. Was it? What is dopamine? So serotonin. I apologize. Let's do a clarification here on this Four of Swords at the end of the second week of January. We have the Four of Cups, withdrawal, Ace of Swords, realization, and Nine of Swords, cruelty. So I've got two pulling back periods. Two really strong pulling back period at the end of this week, of the second week here. You're embracing everything as it is, and you're stepping into this new supportive role, and you have everything, and I think this is allowing you to process all the built up energy from beforehand, okay? Because you had to move, you had to make the changes, you had to plant your seeds and grow your garden and see your returns, and now this is going to be a down period where you're beating yourself up, you're holding what you have and not really looking at what's going on out there. You're taking a lot of time to go through your relationships, you have time to go through your coping mechanisms. I'm getting for some of you here. I'm also getting self-doubt, a lot of self-doubt here. I mean, you're starting to see the payoff of your efforts, and maybe that could be a little scary in a way, that you need to process that. But through this downtime that you're needing, because this has a lot of inner working, inner talk that you're confronting in this situation, and with it you have the Ace of Swords, realization. So this is for some of you, not all of you here, but for some of you, what I'm picking up is this is going to be separating yourself from family that is no longer no longer in your path of growth. There's also separation of just, I feel a lot of separation and just taking time to process here. I'm not feeling like this is like a love relationship issue. This is something that it is inside you. This is something that is in your psyche and your consciousness. And you have this realization of that's holding me back. With this realization card in this moment to go back into yourself and to listen, the realization comes. And that's exactly why you were here, because you needed that. You needed that so this isn't going to hang on you anymore. Okay? Give yourself the time. You need the time. You need some downtime after all this is going through. And it's really going to help you understand your strengths and to focus on those. Let go of those weaknesses and those habits and tendencies to down talk yourself, to doubt yourself. That's a really good healing period for yourself. And this is all internal. This doesn't really have much to do with the outside world in itself, besides they are there, they are still supporting you, and there's more to be offered. Okay? So this, I feel, again, for the majority of you, is self-doubt. A lot of self-doubt on your choices and stuff. But you're pull out of it, and come the third week here, you are the emperor. You are structure. You are the king. You are the father. You are the patriarch. You are the strong one, strong in your conviction, strong in your desires, and strong in your idealism of what you want to create in the world around you. So, a little bit of self-realization that you've been beating yourself up unnecessarily. Don't hold guilt, because what comes from this is your fire and your strength, Libra. The nurture, the love, the grow, and now you take control. You take the command here, okay? So on the beginning of the week, we have the Prince of Wands. You pretty much lead your own chariot with your dreams and your visions and what you are wanting to create. You are paving your own path. You are taking all the fire and strength and leaving that behind, because you got this beautiful realization, a new way to start. You can set down that heavy stuff. It doesn't matter anymore. And you are just blazing the way through on what you want. Making that headway and very damn proud of it too. Hell yeah, Libra. Midweek, we have the Nine of Discs. Growth. Let's do a little bit more clarification on this. Princess of Wands, enthusiastic. Look at all this fire, Libra. You're on fire, like literally on fire here. The Empress. You got the Emperor and you got the Empress. No, women, you're just as strong. And the Eight of Swords, confusion. Okay, so what parts of your passion are you going to nurture? What avenues are you going to take? Because wow, this really opens up so many avenues. See this little hidden cup here that you weren't knowing of is definitely sprung to life, and you are filling it with fervor. And then at the end of the week, it's sitting back and reflecting on, this, be in that dream state, that dreamscape of, this is going to be so lovely. This is going to turn out so nice. And then here on the last week of January, there's a whole lot of energy flowing through here. So we're going to do clarification on each of these cards. Because I don't want you to get scared. I know that some of these cards can be scary, but a lot of this is just in the internal world. Okay, conflict here. The overall energy of conflict is, it doesn't matter if you were right or wrong, you will suffer some karmic defeat here. So this is about two persons butting heads, and Learning that it's not so much anymore about your ego and whether you were right or whether you were wrong. It's time to turn to each other and notice that pain and take every step necessary not to enact that on the other person again, and understand that everybody was in the wrong and everybody was in the right. Everyone felt justified in their actions and everyone felt wronged in the other's actions. And this is also holding a lot of built up resentment that comes over like a storm, you know. That's the overall energy for this week. Here we have the Seven of Swords crisis. Again, I usually take this as the pandemic card, the economy, and how things are going. Let's do a little clarification on the Seven of Swords. We get the Four of Discs, stability, so definitely affecting stability. Seven of Discs, investment, and the Ace of Discs, formation. Okay, so what this is this plan that you were getting started in the dreams and everything. This week it feels a little stalled, and you're still definitely in the formation phase. It's telling you that it is, and to continue with your investments and focus on your stability, because I feel this is a lot of like if you had started like a blog or doing videos or something and you got a lot of people coming in with negative comments and stuff like that, or if the decisions that you're wanting to make and what you're trying to create for your family unit, what you want to invest your life into, other people around you are not agreeing with it, you know. So this is just conflict of opinion, personal opinion on how people think that you should live your life, you know. It feels like you're just butting heads with people and they're just not understanding the place that you're in right now and what you were wanting to create. They don't see your visions. They don't feel your power. They don't see your dreams and what work you have gone through and how much manifesting you have put into this. And this is going to create the tower moment for you, that you're going to realize that they have your best intentions at heart for their own comfort. They don't have your best intentions at heart for your comfort because they can't understand that. Let's do a little bit more clarification here on this tower. Prince of Cups, expressive, exactly the way that you want to express the works, what you are working on. And the Three of Swords, suffering, beating yourself up for it. And then, you know, I mean, if like you want to do something and your close relatives don't agree with it or put doubt into your head, you know, and about what you want to do, what you invest, about your family stability, on your creation, on your expression of yourself and your solid foundational works, right? So they're like, I don't know, I just like I can't support that, you know. I want you to have this. This is what I always dreamed for you. Well, that's not about you. That's not about you at all. And you're starting to understand that this is what creates this doubt is just lifelong, not feeling safe in expressing yourself with your loved ones because you have gone along with the idealism that they had your best intentions at heart and you let more of their decisions rule your life, you know? And this is like, well, I'm at that point now where this is what I am going to do, and I want you to support me, but I can understand that you don't because of your own reasons. That does not mean they don't love you. It does not mean that they don't support you and still want the best for you. They just don't understand it. Okay? It's not what they would choose, what this conflict is. And so that creates that time where you need to go inside and look at the deep parts of your mind like you do here, like you are really good at, Libra, and heal those parts of yourself. Don't carry that. Say, I forgive you, okay? I love you and I forgive you. And I'm ready to move on from this with or without your blessing. I know you love me and you'll support me in your own way. It might not be what I expect or what I feel like I should get from you, but I know that as you as a person, this is what you can give. This is going to change your perception. And at the end of the week, you got the Princess of Swords, creative. You are ready to take this formation, these investments, all this stuff, this change of perception, no longer dealing with that, and grounding it down into reality. Okay? So this is you formulating. Like if you're going to buy a vehicle, this is where you're like, okay, I got the vehicle and I'm going about to purchase it. Like this is you making those solid financial moves to solidify what you're wanting here. This is also just like I'm feeling new platforms even. Like if you're into gaming here, Libra, definitely go after your passion on what you're doing here. The new platform is probably something you should invest in, okay, for all you gamers out there. For all of you like painters, other artistic designs, because Libra loves to express themselves. They really do. This is the core of you, is who you are and what you provide to the world, and when people aren't supporting you, especially close ones or maybe even trolls, that you do take a heart. But this is going to be a strengthening of your will, a strengthening of your character, and a strengthening of your determination. And you will eventually ground this down to reality. By the end of January, you're ready to make the moves. Emotions healed, set. You're not walking away from anything, you're walking towards something, Libra. Now let's finish this off with an oracle card. And you get, be peace. Love is beyond thoughts, feelings, and emotions. It is a state of being, an expression of the all, fully experienced by being in each moment. Don't think about being in the moment, just be in each moment. Be the courageous, loving being you are. Step out of the shadow of your past. All that matters is what you do in each moment. Make today the best day of your life by deciding your life is yours to live in whatever way is meaningful to you. You brought yourself to this life and you are responsible for the quality of it. No more pulling and pushing what you like or don't like. No more resistance, for this causes suffering and pain. From this moment, you can choose to be at peace and in the flow of love, no matter what is going on around you. Today, the life you have truly wanted begins. And so it does, Libra. If you enjoyed this reading, go check out my other ones, like, subscribe, and I will see you next week.